I had to shut everything off. I had to let go of my possessions.
How much you lost along the way?
$500,000, but I did not switch off my online store. Miraculously, I still get orders every single day.
Oh, okay.
I was lucky. When I was in desperation mode, I ventured all avenues.
Degil lah.
Degil.
Okay.
Degil. And that's when I explored local products, even Malaysia. I started doing with associations like AMP, Jamia, Ain Society. Madam Halimah needed an outfit to wear. I started designing for her. For everything that happens, it's Allah's will.
Do you believe that you are being tested by Allah with money, with success, and take away from you for a while so that you will be a better person?
I definitely don't like the Rina 5 years ago, but it has molded the Rina it is right now.
What suffered in that process?
Besides
you burning out?
I think everybody around me suffers.
Oh dear.
My staffs, my customers also.
Did it change your character?
It wasn't a person that I want to look back
Oh, okay.
and be proud of.
Did you lose anyone?
Yes. I mean, I lost friends. I lost people who I was close to. I think the business made me into a person that I'm not proud of.
Can I say a monster that you didn't want to create?
Yes. The worst still is like I was so absorbed into making money.
Yeah.
And money was all I got. And money was all I lost.
Let's talk about the pain of losing money. In business, there will always be losses in areas that we can never imagine. Now, let's talk about how much you lost along the way.
Approximately.
Yeah.
$500,000.
What happened?
Bad decision. It was going into bad partnership.
Oh, you have that partner?
Yeah, I mean, I thought I had it. So it wasn't in Singapore. It was with the production in China.
Okay.
So we had an agreement.
Okay.
So I think that was a bad decision on my end because I couldn't fulfill. Remember I said I had a designer's block?
Yeah.
I got off the rail.
Yeah.
And production couldn't stop.
Oh
They were
dear.
still pursuing me for designs, for income has to come in, right? But that's the thing. I was the main person for SUFYAA.
Okay.
I had somebody back then with me, but along the way, everybody leaves. When you become a monster of yourself, who wants to see you, right?
Okay.
So that was a very, very difficult part for me to think back of myself then. Because I wasn't the best of myself.
$500,000 is a lot of money. And some people, they go mad. Some people, they go crazy. Some people have that suicide tendencies and go
They
bankrupt.
just throw in the towel.
But you did not fall into any of that category. I remember that you are determined to clear that money. Now, how did you do that?
It goes back to the passion. And I realized that what I have and a lot of people don't have is resilience.
Degil lah.
Degil.
Okay.
Degil. When I lost the money, it wasn't just my money, bear in mind, it was my husband's money. It was money we meant, of course, for the future, money I've made over the years, earning. So I lost everything. So
Zero.
It was just wiped out.
What was the cost of it?
Bad decision, when I say.
Yeah, one.
Yeah. Bad partnership with the China side.
Okay.
And trusting a lot of people that I should not have trusted.
Did anyone just take and walk away with the money and disappear?
No, it wasn't. I take full responsibility for whatever happened then. I have not blamed anyone. I have not, point fingers at anybody. And that's why I was able to pick myself up without a lot of interference. I blame myself solely for what happened.
Yeah.
So that was an easy thing to get up on your own.
How long do you have to go through this painful process? How long did you have to brace the storm?
When I knew that I'm just gonna skydive down and hurt myself, what I did was I closed all my retail.
Yeah.
I asked all my girls to leave, all my workers to leave.
Yeah.
And I told them that I need to do a self-reflection. I don't know how long I'm gonna take, but the one thing that I did not close was my online store, SUFYAA.com.sg.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know whether that was a I couldn't think at that point, right?
Yeah.
Because I was just like, okay, let's stop everything. But I did not switch off my online store. Things were still running on the back end. And that's the beautiful thing about having something online.
I see.
It's open 24/7. And I took a while. I took the first about a month or two. I sold everything from a store, on Carousel. I sold everything, my furniture and things like that, because I was closing my retails, right? I had 3 retail, I had a warehouse in Ubi and things like that. So I had to shut everything off. I had to let go of my possessions, but I still had the stock. So what happens? It was brought into my home. And the one thing that I did not shut off was my online store. Miraculously, I still get orders every single day.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I come to realize that SUFYAA.com.sg is very much alive. Every day, I'm still fulfilling orders from my home, to Singapore and worldwide. Jadi, I just tell myself, okay, never mind, I'm still clearing stocks, let these people order. Jadi, I was doing my financial. I was still doing. I was still fulfilling my obligation to my customers who was ordering, kan? So, but I tell myself, the one who makes a bad decision is me. But the customers are just like, they don't know what's happening. They still go to the online store every single day. So they were still buying. Jadi I was having a talk with my husband because he gives me an ultimatum. You just be a housewife, full-time housewife, do your obligation as a mother, because, I struggle to have children. 7 years, my first one, 10 years, my second one. So he says, maybe this is your calling to stay home after so long of trying and be a mother for now.
Okay. Did you listen to him?
No, I did not again. Again, the Gale, I think it's a lot, but I cakap dengan dia, I can't stop. People are still buying online. It doesn't make sense for me to stop now because it's just me, Rina, as a person, but the brand is still very much alive. It's still very much loved by people, People are still buying online. I'm still fulfilling orders every single day, I cakap. Okay, give me 3 months, I cakap. If in 3 months nothing happens, I'm just going to close everything and
be a housewife. And he agreed.
He said, we'll see. He knows. So I could not do any more production in China, right?
Okay.
So I was producing locally.
Oh, you pajak ah?
Yes, I pajak dengan people who can sew, And that crossed path to another dimension altogether. Because I started doing with associations like AMP, Jamia, Ain Society, because I needed people to help me sew, right? I was lucky when I was in desperation mode. I ventured all avenues. When you are desperate, kan? You ask friends for help. You ask families for help.
This is one woman calling everybody.
Yes, I put down all my face value.
Yeah.
I tell myself I don't care because SUFYAA is still very much alive.
So candi je lah.
Candi je lah. Pergi dekat orang, pergi dekat kawan, So I think that's the one thing that a lot of people just throw the towel and then that's it. Jadi I put down all my face value and say that, look, I made a mistake, but I need to start this again from zero, from nothing, because it was me who faltered, but not the brand. The brand is still very much alive, and people still believe in the brand.
True.
So I had people like, Adi, you're one of them. You're one of them. You came to me. We talk about this. We had discussions about how to stay afloat and things like that.
I don't remember.
I mean, yeah, that's why sometimes you don't realize this, but these are the people that I go to. I ask for what do I do? I mean, you are in business yourself before. You have to ask people who have been there and done that. Jadi a lot of people, like I was asking for people for opinions, for helps and all that. So I had people from different
verticals to help you.
Yes, just to give me guidance. How do I start this from zero? How do I kickstart this from zero? Ada orang suruh I buat kickstarted program, but I say it's not a new brand. It's a brand that's still alive. But how do I go from losing everything, starting something from zero? I can't afford to pump in any more money. I don't have money anymore,
So blessings is when we get inspiration from Almighty. Ilham tu datang daripada Allah.
Betul.
Kan?
Yeah.
So what inspires you to morph into the current business that you are in right now?
I have a very good business advisor.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I can credit him for that. His name is Hamza. Yeah. And people who don't leave is also another one of my back-end guy, Iman. He did my website. So these are the people who's been doing with me for free. They've been giving me advices. I mean, Adi, don't belittle yourself. You've been doing that for me as well. I mean, you're one of those people who still believes in me and checking in on me. You did something interesting for me as well, which you didn't realize. When we had, I was doing with the ladies, remember the Ain Society?
Yes.
And you somehow, we crossed with people, and that's my first meeting with Madam Halimah Yaakob.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So she was keen with songket.
Yes.
And I thought, I'm not going to go China and get any more. And the only fabric I can't get from China is songket. And that's when I explored local products, even Malaysia, I know I can't go back to China. So I explored songket because that was the only fabric that China couldn't produce. And exactly why people ask me, why songket? Because I said that's the only one that they cannot copy, So I chose something, and she was, Madam Halimah needed an outfit to wear. So I started designing for her, and I think that's how it went uphill slowly.
And you don't do mass production, you do tailor-made design.
Exactly, but there was a problem with the plus point of price point.
Yeah.
Sebab orang dah biasa paying $50, $60, $70 for a SUFYAA outfit, and now I'm charging like $300 for an outfit.
But tailor-made and songket has never been cheap.
Yes, but how do you actually divert the mindset of mass production to a bespoke?
Yeah.
And SUFYAA is known for the mass production.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I still stay very much in line since the beginning, Muslimah wear, modest wear.
I remember, if I can recall correctly, that we wanted to do a test market for the Malays not in this region. So we actually flew you out to Melbourne to see whether it would work.
Yes.
How was that response?
Alhamdulillah. I mean, we started out with maybe we wanted to do maybe 5, 6 families.
Yes.
And we even tell ourselves, never mind, let's just go with an open heart.
Let's go, if not, we go for holiday lah.
Yeah. But, we came back with orders ending up having to have, I think it's 2 luggages, almost 30 pieces altogether. We were lucky, we said that, okay, never mind, we just get 5, 10 pieces. But we had 30 orders from that day.
I was compelled to just help you. So together with another staff, we went there, but I have nothing in mind. All I have was just connection and the ability to just hustle. But I'm just happy for you.
But you inspired me because you said that, Rina, why don't you try designing something for me? And we did. And we sold that in Melbourne, we sold that even in Singapore. So I think I was willing to try. When you're in desperate mode, take whatever advice people give you with an open heart, try it.
So I have another question for you. Now that you are running the bespoke business, are you a happier girl now?
I sleep easy now. Knowing that I have fulfilled my customer punya needs and all that. And on a personal level, it's way different.
It's the personal relationship.
Yeah, it's the personal relationship
business are all about
created.
relationship.
Yes.
Did you manage to pay all your debts?
It's been what? 4, 5 years?
Only?
Yes.
And you paid them all?
Alhamdulillah.
Wow.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm so happy for you.
Yes. But again, it wasn't easy,
Nothing is.
Nothing is. I'm still struggling every single day. But the struggle is different. When you struggle with an open mind, with a good sleep at night, you wake up and continue the struggle with a better set of mindset, with a clearer heart, clearer mind, because at the end of it, it comes down to what's your purpose in the business.
Do you believe that you are being tested by Allah with money, with success, and take away from you for a while so that you will be a better person? So are you a better person now than when you first started out?
This goes down to, I remember, this thing happened when I turned 40 years old.
Okay.
Exactly 40 years old. When I was on a spiritual journey,
Yes.
so I had an ustazah who guided me. And she says, you have, everything has its ups and downs.
So phases of life, yes.
Yeah, but I was on the high.
Yes.
I was on the high. Anybody who's on the high will never think that they go down and crash.
Yeah.
So when I turned 40, it happened on the month, that year that I turned 40. And then I started to realize that it's macam deja vu,
Yeah.
I'm just going to turn 40 once. And what will I take from this failure? Just imagine if I'm always on the high.
You'll never learn.
I will never learn. And I don't go to business school. I had nobody to teach me the fundamentals of business. I had to learn. And who was my best teacher? Allah. It still is.
So that keeps your feet on the ground.
Exactly. Sebab at the end of it, she did mention to me, what's your niyat? If you want money, he gives you money. If you want barakah, he gives you barakah. But when you're on the high, all these things don't go into your head, right?
So can I say, be careful of what you wish for?
Exactly.
So 5 years from now, where will Rina be, or where will SUFYAA.com.sg be?
I definitely don't like the Rina 5 years ago, but it has molded the Rina it is right now.
So you need to thank her, even though you don't like her.
Exactly. So moving forward,
Yes.
I just hope to be a better Rina from what I am right now. Because while everything else is money, tapi you have to think of that what drives you eventually. Because money comes and go.
So it's fleeting.
Yes.
So, do you think money will change you now? Whether you have $1 in your pocket or whether you're going to have $1 million now speaking to me, do you think that will change you now as a person?
I don't know if you remember telling me this. I mean, you meet a lot of people. Do you remember telling me this? There was
Yes.
once you met and you say, Rina, every time you go to a masjid, put in 10 cents.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the only money you have in your wallet. Sedekah. You remember that, Adi?
Yes, yes.
It stays in me. These are the simple things that when you cross path with people, it's the simplest advice from someone.
Yeah, I remember. When I spoke about that to you, I was giving hope to myself. I was abandoned. I was left with no money, but then again, what's there to give? I was just sharing. Kata kalau kita tak boleh bantu orang dengan duit, kita bantu orang dengan kata-kata lah. I was praying that you would be successful. I'll be more than happy to tell someone that I know that girl.
Yes.
That's all I wanted to do. But I don't remember most of the time. I'm just happy that someone come to me thinking that I will be able to assist them. But most of the time, I can't think straight. It's just that I get inspiration during that
It comes out
period.
naturally. Yeah. And the one advice you give makes a difference.
Yeah. And I don't remember those. Now, what is your business philosophy now?
Right now, I think because I tell myself that everything I buat kena ikhlas. Be it I lose a customer, I make a customer happy, everything that goes wrong, goes right, it's all part of life and journey. And for everything that happens, it's Allah's will.
So what will be your doa for those people who are going through struggles like you before?
I can never imagine their struggles. I mean, every struggle is
It's different, yes.
Cuma semua masalah ada jalan keluar.
I mean,
Yes, there is.
Okay.
If you put your trust in Him, as cliche as it is, but it's the ultimate.
it's faith.
Yes.
Yeah. And what will be the doa for you?
Semua yang terjadi ada hikmahnya. My story is, I hope to inspire people.
Yeah.
It's not a beautiful journey. It's a learning journey, especially in business. Cuma how do you take out of everything? What kind of person you jadi? Do you pick yourself up? Do you stay low and cry your days every day? Yeah, I mean it's nasib, but you have the ability to change your nasib. So, and of course, a lot of hard work. I wouldn't say that it just gets by easily. It takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of sacrifices, and degil hadi.
Let me rephrase that. I think there's grit, there's determination, and of course faith in the Almighty. For all the things that you hear today is a beautiful, heart-wrenching story that I believe would inspire all of us in Keep It Coming, Rags to Riches with SUFYAA.com.sg. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure, Adi.
If you enjoy our content, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications.